Good morning, everyone. Welcome to AstriCon Virtual Trek Day 2, Wednesday, January 29th, 2025. My name is Chris May. I am the Open Source Solutions Advocate at Sangoma. Today, I'm pleased to introduce Eli. I'll pronounce it in English. It's Elijah. He's an IT admin. It serves at the head of IT at Foresta Burundi, an NGO dedicated to environmental conservation and sustainability. In his role, he oversees the organization's technology infrastructure, ensuring seamless operations and the integration of innovative solutions to support their mission. Floresta Burundi focuses on addressing pressing environmental challenges, promoting reforestation, and fostering sustainable practices to benefit local communities and ecosystems. Eli, I'll turn off my camera and hand it over to you.
Thank you very much. As a brief introduction, my name is Elijah Nyegusengwa. I'm an IT administrator at Foresta Burundi, as you already said. It's a great honor for me to attend this webinar to share with you and manifest my grateful for your contribution to the community. And I'm going to speak about the importance of VoIP in NGOs. Um, it's a great honor for me to present this presentation. As an overview, today we are going to discuss the importance of voice over internet protocol in NGOs, particularly for those NGOs who have multiple branches in developing countries. Foresta Burundi is headquartered in Bujumbura, capital city of Burundi, and they have 4 branches, one at Makamba, Bururi, and Lutana. Our national internet service provider, PBS, offers fiber optic internet services, including a public IP. All our branches are connected to the PBS fiber optic network, which has greatly improved our communication infrastructure between the branches. The challenges and free PABEX implementation. In the past, our organization relied on analog phones and cellular communication. Both were expensive and unreliable, especially given that the distance between our headquarters and remote branches are very, very long. The cost was a burden and the quality was not better. Now we have transitioned to free publics and we have installed the ISO on our main server. Till now, we still have one server and we have a virtual box installed. And on our headquarters, we have now 5 users using Grandstreams, VoIP phones, and 3 uses the soft phone application. And in our branches at Lutana, we have about 5 users, and Makamba, 3 users, and Buluri, 3 users, and for them, they are not using the soft phone applications. As a result, the communication between our headquarters and the branches has been easier and more reliable. The VoIP system has not only enhanced our communication but has also helped us drastically reduce cost up to 60%, make it key solution for our organization. And we have not yet installed the gateway for making bridge between the internal communication and cell phones. It is the reason why we still use about at 20% of cell phones as backup. Our chief, national chief, is very happy about the solution, And as you can see, has stated that as we were at first fearful about the changes and getting rid of relying on our cell phones, we are very happy with how the communication flow is much better now, and we have more possibilities to stay in touch and communicate updates with organization members across all branches. The benefits of VoIP for NGOs: first is low cost. VoIP calls are typically much cheaper than traditional phone services, especially for long distance or international calls. The second is efficiency. VoIP enables seamless communication between remote locations, making it easier for teams to collaborate and stay connected. Scalability: as NGOs grow, VoIP system can be easily expanded, so accommodate additional branches without significant additional costs. And the final point is reliability. With the proper infrastructure, VoIP offers a stable communication platform, ensuring that organizations can function smoothly even in remote rural areas. In conclusion, VoIP has been a game changer for our organization, reducing costs and improving communication efficiency. For NGOs operating in developing countries, adopting VoIP technology can be highly effective way to connect various branches while keeping operational costs low. Thank you for your attention. I look forward to your questions. Thank you very much for having me.
Thanks, Elijah. That was a great overview of the project. I start out with a couple of questions. It
Yes.
sounds like yes, you've this just getting sort of started. Is this one of your first free PBX deployments?
Well, can you repeat, please?
Yeah, yeah. I was just curious. This sounds like you've just moved, recently to free PBX. Is this
Yes.
a your first free PBX deployment?
Yes, it's my first free public deployment, and was being very successful. Even if I have met some problems, even now I met some obstacles, like when we moved to our servers, we found that it's hard to make an extensions backup, and I have to be setting up all from scratch. But I have experienced a good experience on FreePabex.
Hmm. Is that it's a I really like how focused on the low cost to entry. It's open source software, so very accessible. I was
Yes,
curious. One thing that we do strive for in the free PBX project is language support, multiple languages.
yes.
Are you finding? I guess what interface language have you do you use in free PBX? Do you is it in English or do you use it in French or
Now I use in English, but when I met some obstacles and when I go to the forums for researching the solution, sometimes I use the resources in French, and I use both. On the interface, I use English, and while I'm doing the research, I do that in French or in English or both.
very well? Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I guess that just if you do find strings that need more translation, we're happy to accept those contributions. I think Polish got an update not too long ago, but that it's fairly well internationalized in that drop down tab with a number of different languages. So that's always a welcome contribution, and I'm glad that that opens the project up to more people who might not be native English speakers as well. So I think as far as the future of the project, there, are you expanding offices? Or are you is your company in a growth? Are your organization in a growth mode that you'll be planning to add more SIP phones soon, or have you reached a stable state right now and are happy with it?
Now we are in the first steps of testing the efficiency of free PubX, and the first result is okay. I think we're still expanding and add other SIP phones, and we plan in the future to install the gateway for bridging the external and internal communications.
An external gateway. Excellent.
Yeah,
Uh, Definitely can save a lot with those costs being internal extension to extension calling, um, but it's certainly compatible with analog lines and T1 lines or E1s, as the case may be, and you know also through other methods just to get yourself dial tone in one location and then separate that out for other users. No, that's great. Thanks for introducing us to your project in organization. Um, I think it's important that people are aware that free PBX is accessible from anywhere and everyone can use it. And
yes.
I think as for an IT administrator like yourself who's managing many different components of your network, it's important to have something like this that's uh, easy to install off the shelf, no licensing for you know this basic use case. Um, I'm curious, is what is your preferred operating system? Do you run mostly Linux with, or is this one of your first Linux machines with FreePBX in your network?
Now, while I'm installing the FreePubX and as I use the FreePubX 15, I installed ISO, and the infrastructure is like that. I installed first the virtual box on our server, and in that virtual I create the free public the Sangoma installation, and I inside the ISO file. I have not yet upgraded to the latest version.
Very well. Okay. To the latest Debian installation with files. You saw the ISO and went with that version of FreePBX 16. Then it sounds like.
Yeah, thank you. I will
Thank you.
try that. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Very well. All right. Thank you so much. I think we have a question from Joseph. Hi, Elijah. As someone from East Africa, I'm familiar with the internet challenges we face in our region. You mentioned that you use fiber internet. What is your current bandwidth? Do you find it sufficient to meet the quality of service requirements for your SIP network setup, particularly for remote branches?
Thank you very much, and I'm thankful for that question. I know in our region we have the internet is not enough, and for our side as we use the same internet provider, and BBS has already connected all the pr- chief province areas with the main country capital, and once we are connected to the same fiber optic, it's easier compared to other dispatched connection which use the public IP for communication. And now we have up to I think 5 megabits of bandwidth, and for VoIP phone it's it's reasonable given that we don't have yet installed the cellular or the soft phone don't require to connect outside the internet. It's not totally enough, but it's making the enterprise learning.
Hmm. Do, I guess the question then more generally of call quality, does it sound better than the cell phones, do you think?
Yes, it's better than cell phones and it's cheap.
Sounds better and cheaper. I like it. Great. Well,
Yeah,
good to
yes,
know. Yeah, for static, purposes from office to office, this is a great use case around the world for branch offices
yes,
where they happen to be. So glad you've had success with free PBX, and hopefully we can help out in the forums more in French. Always appreciate those contributions. We try to have a specific category in the free PBX forums where we do assign languages. We have several different groups. Spanish, French, Italian come to mind off the top of my head. Um, Looking forward to seeing your project expand, and thank you again, Elijah, for your presentation. And
yes,
this will be up on YouTube, and so people can reference that. And I think you've got some contact information, maybe further in the beginning of the presentation, so people can review that as well. And to everyone listening, participating, we'll see you back here in a little while for our next presentation, and then we'll have another couple of presentations tomorrow for this AstriCon 2025 virtual track.
thank,
Thanks so much, Elijah.
thank you very much.
Have a great day, everyone. Bye bye.
Thank you also. And I'm very thankful for your contribution to the community.
Hey, thanks a lot. Have a good day.
Yeah,
Good evening. Bye bye.
thank you.